Welcome to the Heart of Bastrop Talk Show. I'm TJ Johnson Finn, the director of the Bastrop County Business Owners Association.
And I'm Connie Schroeder, mayor of the city of Bastrop. I am so excited about this episode. We're going to talk about everything from glamping to laughing out loud. We all know laughing's good for the soul.
Absolutely. We're at episode 7 of season 3. It's just whizzing on by us, so you guys don't want to miss that. Stick around. So we're here today with Brandon Johnson with Green Acres Glamping. And tell us a little bit about what you guys do. Glamping sounds wonderful, doesn't it?
It's right up your alley, TJ.
It is. I'm much more about glamping than camping. So tell everyone a little bit about.
Yeah, I will say, so glamping is not going to put the Hampton Inn out of business.
Oh, good. That's good.
It's a very different experience. So Green Acres has been around since 2014. And it's always been owned by groups of friends that are artists, musicians, including myself and our co-owners. It's a lot about getting out into nature and experiencing some relaxation and kind of the beauty of nature. So glamping itself is kind of a nice way to say, hey, you're not going to the state park and, putting your own tent up and dealing with things. You're kind of doing it in a more fashionable, nice, kind of comfortable environment. So we have a lot of different options for guests, actually. We have several yurts, and if you don't know what a yurt is, I'm sure we can, on the website, or we can show you a picture of. You need to try it, right? So it's a fancy tent with
I love it.
Heating and cooling, right? You get your own bathroom, you just walk to, but we also have some Airstream type trailers, old vintage trailers, and then we have a nice lodge. So, maybe TJ, you might like the lodge. It's pretty nice, pretty chic, and maybe some more adventurous folks.
I don't know.
Want to try a yurt?
That yurt sounds pretty interesting. Stephanie Lewis lives in a yurt.
She certainly does.
I have a friend.
So, Brandon, let everybody know where Green Acres is.
So, we're not going to give you the address because we do a lot of short-term rentals, but we're right on 1704, right? And we just got some nice text dot blue signs, so it's real easy to find now.
Nice.
But we're just a little bit from Austin, very close to Bastrop and Elgin. We're kind of right in the middle, so it's easy to get to.
So if somebody wants to make a reservation, tell us how they would do that.
Yeah, so we've done a lot of improvements. We really want to make it easy for guests. We're getting even just the day of reservations sometimes. Nice. You go to our website, which is greenacresatx.com, and you can book right from the website.
Fantastic. What's the price range for something on a per night basis?
Yeah, it's a good question. And like I mentioned, we have those different units or different experiences.
TJ, I'm pretty sure the lodge is a little more expensive.
It is. So yes, it is. And you got to check out the lodge sometime. You can see the pictures, but it really ranges from about $80 a night to the lodge being more in the $250 or $300 range. It's got multiple. And
then is there a price break if you do 3 or 4 nights? Or
we have done that before, and we are seeing a lot of people come recently and rent the whole space. So we've got 7 different units, probably sleeps about 30 to 35.
How much fun!
We've had people rent the whole thing and they've had a blast.
I bet that sounds fun. Like if you're going to go, with a big group somewhere, weddings, wedding parties. Yes. Corporate events, I'm sure it's great to have a place where it's just different. People don't want the same old all the time. So if you're looking for something different, it definitely sounds
and what a great option. We know during the pandemic, folks had their bubbles. You can pick up your bubble and go hang out at Green Acres.
Exactly.
Absolutely. That sounds like a lot of fun. So you mentioned it's always in the past. So you guys took over in what year?
We've been owners about a year, and we knew the previous owners, and we actually knew the owners before that. So it's been this transition that's kind of stayed in this local area community and a bunch of artists. So we just try to make it relaxing, a good experience, like you said, out in nature. It's a very easy way to get your family out into nature. So
how big is Green Acres?
That's a good question. So Green Acres, the property, one of the things that makes it awesome, it's 25 acres, right? Nice. So it's spread out. Now the places where folks rent, the different yurts and the lodge is spread out, but driving in, you get a lot of nature. We also have some pets, I guess. There are pets. There's Don Quixote, 2 donkeys. So we encourage you to bring carrots are their favorite. So everyone always gets to visit, feed the feed Donkey and Yoti. Donkey Yoti, if you guys get
Yeah.
that reference.
Pretty good.
So, yeah.
I love it. And so you mentioned you're an artist?
Yes, I am a music. Well, I have many artists in my family, and my co-owners. I'm a drummer, so I'm not particularly an artist. I bang things,
Well, hey,
but I
that's an
hang out with
artist.
artists.
That's an artist, and to be able to play music, I mean, that's art, right?
Yeah, so we do try to, make the space very, it's all about getting away, getting a breath of fresh air, seeing beauty and nature. We've had films filmed on the property. There's a lot of history there. We have an old barn that we still have that is kind of where the communal kitchen is. It was original from the LBJ family, and that barn is several hundred years old. We've had an engineering firm out, and it's safe, so don't worry. But it's got a lot of history to it. It's a very interesting experience.
You were talking about a communal kitchen, so if I'm camping, I don't have to bring my food. I'm able to get food while I'm there.
Yes. So if you're in the lodge with TJ, that's private, everything, nice kitchen, you don't have to worry about it. If you're in several of our other, like our big Airstream, you have a kitchen inside. If you're in the yurt, a lot of folks use that communal outdoor kitchen. And again, it's still glamping, right? It's not too chic, but you have everything there. You have a fridge, you can cook and kind of.
But the beauty of that is
if
if you've got kids and you want to take them camping and you don't know if they're going to make it through the first trip or not, before you have to invest in the tent and all the accoutrements that go along with camping, sounds like you can load them up in the car with some basics and you'll be in great shape.
Yes, you can. And so we had really good attendees and folks out during the summer. So there's ACs in these things and we can get them down. But in the falls, fall's big too, there's heaters. So, look, it's still, it's not going to be 65. It's not going to be, 75 at night, probably when it gets cold, but you can manage it and we try to make it comfortable for the guests.
Well, speaking of night, I'm sure the stars are gorgeous.
It is very nice.
Get to see a sunrise and a sunset and just take a deep breath.
Yes.
And staycations are a big deal now. They're a big deal. Local people that are, if you're looking for, a place to just get away for the weekend, but you don't feel like making that trek. I mean, look what you've got right here in Bastrop County. I'm in. You sold me. Although, wait, you're not going to bang on those drums while I'm in my lodge, are you?
Yeah. So a couple other local businesses that we've kind of incorporated. One is Choice Providers. They're a wireless company that's right here out of Bastrop. So we do have, and again, we're trying to build an experience where you get away. But sometimes you want to get away during the week and you need Wi-Fi, you need connectivity.
Absolutely. So
we're using them. We have and wired it up over the whole acreage of the property, so you can get internet. And we also work with a company out of Austin that's a very, a local hospitality company called Guest Spaces, and they help us make sure the customer experience and the check-in process and everything is very smooth. So we've kind of partnered. We've done some things locally to partner with other businesses to help us grow ours.
It's all about local.
Camping with internet, that's what I definitely call glamping.
It is.
Yes. So you just made every teenager, that's headed your direction.
Oh, I don't know. I think I would take my grandkids and tell them that the Wi-Fi was broken.
That's true.
And it's only for the adults because I want to have some quality time.
Yeah, but when they start getting on your nerves and you want to have some
there you go.
You drive that. They fixed the internet. Well, thank you so much for coming out and joining us.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to the experience. That really sounds amazing. And wow, I love it.
Head out to Green Acres and take a deep breath in Bastrop. Thanks so much for coming out, Brandon.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you.
Farmer, and he is going to tell us all about the comedy club at Film Alley. Who knew you could go to a comedy club every Saturday night here in Bastrop?
Every Saturday night.
Love
New
it.
comedians every time. Well, look, they got everything there. They got bowling, they got movies, they got pool, they got an arcade. Now they got comedy. Now they just need like karaoke, indoor rock climbing. Like I don't know what else they got left to put in there.
Right.
Everything under one roof.
And it's the most random place because people are like, it's at the movie theater, like because I'm right next to a convention center and a performing arts center, but no, it's not in there. It's at the movie theater.
Right.
But they got a whole room on the left. You walk in and
That's
it's
right.
all set up: tables, chairs, a stage. I mean, we're adding stuff to it all the time to make it like a real comedy club.
So parents could go to the comedy club, let their kids go to a movie.
Yeah.
Everything's taken care of.
Exactly. You got everything you want. And if you hate the comedian, go bowling and then come back and another comedian will be on.
How much is it?
It's $15.
$15, and how long does the show last?
We do 90 minutes.
And what time do you start?
We start at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock on a Saturday night, $15. Talk about a date night.
That's yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you can eat, right? So now they have food. Will they deliver it to you?
Yeah,
at the
they-
comedy club.
Yeah, they
Food,
bring it
drinks?
in. You get your drinks and everything.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it really a comedy
Comedians
club
want
is.
you drinking, right? Aren't y'all funnier if we're all having just a couple of
Sometimes they get too many drinks and then they think they're
Then
the
they-
comedian.
Right. They become the hecklers. Right?
Yeah. I mean, heckling's never like, boo, I hate you. It's always like they think they're helping and they just are really loud.
Right.
Yeah, that happened to me last Thursday. I'm like, all right, we got it. Or they feel like they're on Family Feud. As soon as you bring something in, they want to yell like something's got something to it. You know?
I love it.
Yeah.
The life of a comedian.
Yeah.
Right?
So how long have you been doing that?
11 years.
11 years.
Mhm.
What got you into it?
Everybody used to tell me I should do it because I would always never take anything serious. I always joke around. Everything I've ever done, I'm always like joking and stuff. So they told me to do it, but I was too scared. And then I just finally got over it by the age I was almost 30. Like I started like way later than most comedians. Most are starting like 18. I waited until I was like 28. But yeah, so I've been doing it ever since. And then I don't know, things have just kind of been working out.
That's great.
Yeah.
We're
It's
so
really
happy.
different to talk about, it's one thing to make a funny comment when you're with their friends. It's another
Yeah.
thing to stand up on a stage and to be able to deliver those lines.
Oh yeah, it's funny because I know a lot of people that if they could get over stage fright, they would be amazing comedians. And then I know a lot of comedians that shouldn't be comedians, but they just don't have stage fright, so they go up there. They're not funny. They're trying to teach themselves how to be funny. So it's so weird.
It really is a craft, though, correct?
Oh yeah, it's the craft. I mean, it's not like up to interpretation. It's not like, oh, I think that was funny. Were they getting laughs? No, then it's not funny. So it's a craft. Yeah.
Get instant feedback. You
Yeah,
don't
you
have to wonder how people are feeling about it.
Yeah, it's one thing if it didn't work one night, but if it doesn't work like 9 times in a row, chances are that's not a good joke. So,
I've
yeah.
always said it's not funny unless more than one person's laughing, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, given today's climate, like pick the topic, you've got a plethora of things to tell jokes about.
Oh yeah, everything. And then, it's so fun because I try to book comedians of all different, backgrounds. Like, I'm not just trying to like show off like, oh, look at my diversity. I just try to make it more fun because then they're not talking about the same thing. You get all kinds of different subjects talked about. So, it's more fun for the audience.
I love that. And so every Saturday night, that is so cheap. I was really surprised to hear you say $15.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
the less money they're spending on that, the place likes it because they're spending more money. You can buy your drinks,
Sure,
you can
buy
buy your food,
dinner.
Absolutely.
have fun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Beer
But 90 minutes
brought
of
to
fun
your
for
table.
$15 is
Yeah,
a
that's
really
amazing.
great.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a rain or shine, doesn't matter. It's on
Right.
Saturday night. You don't have to wonder if there's a show. Can people walk up and buy their tickets?
Yeah, they can walk up. I mean, if it's not sold out, that hasn't happened yet. We want to make that happen. Guys, let's get this sold out.
That's
and
right.
We can start doing multiple shows, have like an 8 o'clock and a 10 o'clock or something like that. I mean,
Absolutely.
that's what
And
we're
I
looking
think
for.
the more, when people now find out about this, that you will have that problem. You will have 2 sold out shows because that's such a huge thing to have here. Bastrop, every time you turn around, Connie, it's something new.
There's
It's
something new
amazing.
going on in Bastrop. And you can go Saturday night. If you go 2 Saturday nights in a row, you're not going to see the same show.
No, I've had like multiple return audience members, and they keep bringing different friends. Like they're almost like my marketing team because they love it so much, and there's always like a new act every time. So, and I'm booking some big comedians. I got comedians that've been on Comedy Central, NBC. They've been on late night shows with like Jimmy Fallon, whatever. So I'm spending the money to get them out here. So I just want the audience to come out there and see it and prove that it's worth it, so we can build word of mouth and everything.
So they can go on Film Alley's website. Is it going to tell you who the comedians are for that next show?
Yeah. I make the flyers myself, so I'm over there booking it and making the flyers. So you see all the comedians on there that'll be up there for the next show.
So much fun. Like, I want to go to that every Saturday night.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have fun.
That sounds like a blast. Well, I'm so glad that you came out to talk to us, because I know, all of our residents here in Bastrop County are gonna want to know about this. So, like Connie said, you go to the movie theater. If you want to bring your kids and watch a movie, you go to the comedy show. Get you a little downtime. You can drop those teenagers off and let them run wild while you enjoy your beer and your food and your comedy. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you being our guest.
My pleasure.
Thanks for coming out. Make sure you go to Film Alley Saturday night at 8 o'clock and check out the Comedy Club.